Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Darrell Brooks saga. On today's episode, we're going to see the cross to Officer Carpenter, which is really interesting because Brooks just saw on video the way that she arrested him, and he saw the last few minutes, the last few moments that he had as a free man. From that day onwards, he is being told where to go, when to eat, when to sleep, when to exercise. That was his last moments as a free man, was going through the streets of Waukesha looking for a phone, which is really sad. But yeah, before that, I just say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for giving a like to the video. It really helps a lot. It takes a second, but it changes the way that the video is shown to the algorithm. And just for being here and giving me a comment and chatting with me in the comments. So thank you guys for doing that. All right, let's go into the video.
That's all you have? All right, thank you. Cross, please.
Yes. At one point you stated the suspect was wearing jogging pants. That'd be fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Were the jogging pants or blue jeans?
They were soft pants. They were not blue jeans.
Yeah, and this is one of the things I never in my life have worn a pair of jeans so much that they get to that state to feeling that the fabric to being soft, because I use them for work, so they usually just wear and tear, and I just move to a new one. But yeah, her description I guess matches well, and you also, a pair of jeans could be jogging pants. Like I don't know, they're not going to be comfortable, but you can jog with a pair of jeans. I mean,
can we show Exhibit 80 again?
I'm not going to tell you what to do, but they could be.
Can you fast forward it a little bit? I'm not going to be sure exactly where to pause it at. You fast forward just a little bit.
Look at that. Up until that point, up until they got the gun out, he was free. He was able to do this, but from now on, he has to follow orders. This is the exact moment where that happened.
Can you pause? Can you zoom in a little bit and play a few more seconds?
You don't need to play a few seconds. We can see from this picture or from this still from the video that you have jeans. That's fair enough.
Would that miss the zoom up? Would it still be zoomed in, or would it go back out?
It'll stay zoomed on that portion of the screen.
Okay. Pause.
Look at this. This is the worst. He chose the worst part of the video. You can't really even see anything on this. You see red, you see blue, and that's it.
We're at 55 seconds.
55, yeah. You would describe those pants as jogging pants or soft pants, as you say?
Yes.
And you stated that when you parked your car, and where you parked your squad on Elizabeth and West, you hooked up with two other officers?
Yes.
And those officers had long guns?
Yes.
Can you explain what a long gun is?
What kind of question is that? You're an American. You're a 40-year-old American. You don't know what long gun means? Just break it down. Long gun. Handgun? Not long. Rifle? Long. Why do we need to put this on the record? And those officers are not even in questions as of right now.
Shoulder weapon, rifle, or shotgun.
Do you recall if it was a rifle or a shotgun?
I did not examine either weapon closely.
Are you done with this exhibit, sir?
Yeah, for right now, yeah.
Yeah.
And you made reference to finding a sandwich, credit cards, and things of that nature in the pants, correct?
I found the sandwich while you were laying on the ground.
And you also stated that you found a credit card and things of that nature. In fact, would it be fair to say that that's what was in your hand on Exhibit 176?
No, she never said that she got him. She said that it was found in your person, but she never said that she got those. She only found the sandwich.
Do you need the exhibit to answer? Do you recall?
There were, I don't, thank you. There were what appeared to be credit cards and ID and a car key.
And they were in your hand, correct?
They were.
So would it be fair to say you also found those and not just a sandwich?
I did not pull that stuff out of your pocket, sir. That was a different officer. I did hold it while he finished searching you, sir.
So, I'm sorry, that threw me off.
Just a random conversation on the back, and he cannot stay focused. But also, this is meaningless. Who cares who took them out of your bag? You were there, you should know. But he's trying to catch her in a lie, saying that, oh, I only found a sandwich. Oh, but you also say that you found this. And as always, he swings, he misses.
So you obtained that the credit cards and all that from a different officer.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you find anything else?
On your person, I was not the person searching you. Aside from the sandwich while you were on the ground.
And I really like that she keeps saying you, Darrell Brooks, because she knows it.
So as far as your search, you just found a sandwich.
Yes.
Correct.
And at the time, do you recall why the suspect was being detained?
Yes.
And what was the reason?
Because you matched a description that was broadcast over the police radio of a suspect involved in the parade incident.
In this report, did you write it yourself or did another officer?
I wrote it.
Do you recall writing that the suspect was being detained for investigative purposes?
Yes.
Yes, that's what she just said. You match the description of the suspect. So they detained you for further investigation about it.
Any reason why you wouldn't state what those purposes were in the report?
Those were.
Yes. Because at the time we had contact with you, I was not fully aware of the circumstances.
Well, would it be fair to say that you just stated why the suspect was being detained?
Right?
I just stated why this. I'm sorry, what was the question exactly, sir?
Would it be?
It's okay, Officer Carpenter. We don't know. We don't know what he means. He's just rambling, trying to act like he doesn't know what he was caught. You were. They don't even need to tell you. But they did.
Fair to say that you just stated when asked
Acts.
why was the suspect being detained at that moment? You
At that
answered,
moment,
yeah,
yes.
at that moment that you detained the suspect. You stated because they matched the description of someone involved in the parade.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
But then you stated that you just stated that at the time you weren't fully aware.
I knew that people had been hurt. I knew that shots had been fired. I did not know how many people were hurt. I did not know by what mechanism people would be hurt. I did not know the magnitude of the injuries. I just knew that something violent had happened.
So it'd be fair to say you weren't in the known of a lot of information at that point.
Right.
That's true.
Grounds.
Overruled. Her answer may stand.
It will be irresponsible from her to communicate that to you because she doesn't know. She doesn't know the full extent of what you did. So she cannot be like, oh, you're arrested because you went through a parade of people and injured 50 people. It doesn't work like that.
Would it be fair to say that you were being heard in Exhibit 80 stating that if everything was on the up and up, you would be on your way?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, that's correct. That was me.
So would it be fair to say that was an inaccurate statement if the suspect fit the description of something that happened in the parade?
Not at all.
Yeah, you could be, someone could be on the street and be like, oh, there's a Hispanic male with a brown sweater. And they could talk to me and be like, hey, we're going to detain you just because you match the description. And at the end, if they actually get the guy, although I can prove that I wasn't there, they will just let me go.
And what do you mean by not at all?
I mean, sometimes people look like someone who did something and turn out not to be that person.
Yeah.
But that was not the case here.
So as far as you knew at the time, it could have been mistaken identity.
It could have been, but it was not.
Well, at the time, it'd be fair to say at the time you didn't know.
At the time, I did not know.
Yeah.
Did you give the suspect any of that information?
Why?
Grounds.
I'm not sure what information he's talking about.
Sustained is to the form of the question. It's vague.
Did you give the suspect any information on why they were being detained?
I said, actually, it wasn't me that said that. It was another officer that said that, and I can't tell you who it was because I don't know. While you were being put in the car, you were informed you were being detained for investigative purposes, which is an answer that's appropriate for the circumstances.
Yeah.
So it would be fair to say that that's not really all that informative.
Why would you want to know, Brooks? This is what angers me about this line of questioning. What difference would have made if they tell you right now? Because they're not sure. They don't even know if you are the guy that's supposed to be in custody. So what difference would have made? Like, say, okay, whatever. They told you, you know what? We're detaining you for killing 4 to 6 people in this parade. What difference would have that made to your case?
I did not have a lot of information to give you, sir.
Yeah.
Keep saying you. Who are you referring to?
You, Mr. Brooks. Darrell Brooks, seated at the defense table.
Let the record reflect that the officer Carpenter recognized in the defendant. Again.
Any reason why you wouldn't tell suspect why they're being detained? Essentially being that if you take someone into custody, they should know why they're being taken into custody. Wouldn't you agree?
You knew.
I can't give you information that I don't have. And I wouldn't want to tell you the wrong thing. That wouldn't be fair.
So
Yeah.
why would a suspect be detained without any information, to your knowledge?
You were given the information, Brooks. They were detained you because they were gonna investigate further what was going on.
Objection
Grounds.
asked and answered.
Also calls for speculation, vague, sustained as to the form of the question.
So would it be fair to say that you can detain a suspect without them knowing why they're being detained?
Irrelevant.
Objection. This
Grounds.
calls for a legal analysis, not factually relevant.
No.
Sustained as to the form of the question.
Would it be fair to say you initially responded to the 500 block of Elizabeth because of a report of, I guess you would call it a trespassing report?
I would more put it under the heading of suspicious behavior under the circumstances.
Yeah. A random guy that no one knows knocking on doors, getting into people's garage and asking them to use their phone is quite suspicious. I mean, it could have been a mistake. It could have. I mean, I don't want to say that everyone that does that is a criminal, but it's suspicious.
So is that why you were initially dispatched to that area for suspicious behavior?
Yes,
And do you recall when you got the report of shots fired?
I believe that was one of the first things I heard over the radio before I was even there.
Do you recall ever finding out where the shots fired came from?
Eventually I did.
Do you recall in your reading report writing that when you had arrived at Elizabeth and West and parked your squad and began to walk down the street, that you had your firearm in your hand?
Yeah.
Yes,
And was that because of the call of shots fired, or did you feel unsafe at the time?
that's because there were shots fired and I did not know by whom.
Yeah, you're going through the streets at night, which is very, very dark, and you just have a report of shots fired. You don't know from who. Then you're gonna be alert. You're gonna have your weapon out and be ready for anything. It's better be safe than sorry. And she didn't even have to use it, so it's not even relevant that it was out.
Did you get a report of anyone hit by the shots?
At that time, no. I did not know one way or the other if anyone had been hurt.
Did you?
It had been hit. I knew people were hurt.
Do you recall the area of where the shots fired? Was that the general area?
The general area, somewhere in the vicinity of the parade.
Is Elizabeth and West in the general area?
Yeah.
It's a few blocks away.
And you did state you didn't find any weapons on the suspect, right?
Correct.
Did you find any shell casings, or
No.
did you have any?
No, Brooks, you had you had a weapon, which was the key to the car, which was the weapon that you used to commit your entire thing. You don't need a gun to do that much damage. You can use a car which you had the key of. I don't know why you had the key and you didn't dump it like everything else. Like I guess he was hopeful that he was going to be able to get his car later. But there's multiple kinds of weapons, Brooks.
Reason to believe that the shots came from the suspect?
I did not know who had done shooting. I had heard a report of shots fired. I did not know by whom, as I've said, sir.
Any reason to believe that the shots came from the suspect is what I'm asking.
I did not know.
And you stated that upon seeing the suspect on the porch, that they were gesturing?
Gesturing? Yes, sir.
They were gesturing, yeah. He was being a clown. He was trying to get rid of the... I believe it was just marijuana that he had on him and that he dumped on the porch of Mr. Ryder. So yeah, you were acting like a clown right there on the porch.
And you also stated that in your written report that it was in the upper 30s that evening with the brisk wind. Would that be fair to say?
It was
Pretty
upper
cold.
30s, lower 40s, somewhere right in there. It was cold. I was cold.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe the gesturing was because the suspect was cold?
Objection.
Grounds.
Calls for speculation.
Overruled. She may answer if she's able.
I didn't know.
And do you recall checking the general area around the house that you found the suspect?
Yes, sir.
Did you find anything around the house? I guess I'm referring to where you wrote in your report you checked the likely path of travel.
What?
Yes, sir, I do recall that. No, we didn't.
That is the main problem that he has when he's just reading off the report, is that he doesn't know what he's talking about from one point to the other. Like, we're missing a ton of context in between when he was arrested and when she started checking the house. So we don't know. He's just reading off the paper, but he didn't establish that.
Did not find anything.
And do you recall checking the pockets of the coat worn by the suspect?
Yes.
Do you recall how the suspect obtained the coat?
I recall what I was told.
So it'd be fair to say you weren't sure if you were only told this information. That'd be fair to say?
What?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
You made reference to saying you only know what you were told. So it'd be fair to say at that time you didn't know unless you were told.
Oh God, my brain. I have the same reaction that she's having. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, she was told. That's how she knew. If no one had told her anything, she probably would have just checked her herself and then knew. But my God, it's hard for me. Like, I'm already translating in my brain because English is not my first language. But then he comes up with these intricate ways to asking questions that doesn't make sense. It's hard.
Didn't know what?
How the suspect obtained the coat?
I asked the resident of the house you were at. Actually, I believe he volunteered to me that he had given you a coat to wear.
And you checked the pockets of the coat?
That's
Yes.
an answer.
And did you find anything?
I did not find anything.
At what point did you learn that the suspect who was being detained would be arrested?
At some point later,
And it was another officer's vehicle that the suspect was placed in, correct?
Correct.
And when did you leave that scene?
Not for hours.
Why so long?
Because she has to do her job, Brooks. I know that you cannot imagine what that is because you never really had a job, but she has stuff to do after they arrest you. It's not like she just does that and that's it. She has to investigate the crime scene. She has to packet evidence. She has to make sure she talks with everyone that she needs to. It's a complicated job that it needs a thorough, I don't know how to say that word. It needs to be complete. So
Because when there is a crime scene that potentially spans blocks, everything needs to be searched for evidence. Witnesses need to be located because once things are gone, things are gone. So it has to all be done right the first time.
yeah.
Did you write your report that evening?
I believe I wrote it the next morning.
So it would be fair to say after you had learned a little bit more information, then you wrote the report?
That would be true, yes.
Yes. She has to fill the report with everything that she gathered during the night. Or else it wouldn't be it wouldn't make sense to make a report.
In the video, Exhibit 80, the suspect gave you his name, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
You.
Was that right when you handcuffed him? If you
What is this question? We just saw the video. The video speaks for itself as to when you gave them the name. You threw yourself into the ground. They were handcuffing you, and she asked you what was your name, and you told her.
if you recall,
Right around that time, yes, sir.
and did you talk to any other witnesses that evening besides the owner of the home that you saw the suspect?
No.
In the hours that you stayed on Elizabeth, did you talk to any other witnesses at all?
No, I looked through a few yards and mostly maintained a perimeter for a search.
Do you recall why you looked through a few yards?
Searching for evidence.
Do you recall what evidence you may have been searching for at that time?
Anything, Brooks. Most criminals, when they know they're gonna get caught, get rid of evidence. You got rid of your flip-flops, got rid of your sweater. So it is a very good practice to check the immediate area to see if he dropped something.
You know, a lot of times you don't know until you find it.
So do you recall what maybe you might have been looking for a weapon or anything like that?
Anything.
That would have gotten my attention, yes, absolutely.
Did you find any weapon?
No, sir.
Why are we so fixated on the weapons? You didn't have one. You couldn't have one because you're a convicted felon. So?
Did you learn any knowledge of any ring video footage that evening?
I don't recall if I viewed the footage that evening or the following day. I did at some point view that ring footage, yes.
So you were aware that night that it was ring footage?
I believe I was aware of it that night. I don't believe I watched it, but I can't say with certainty.
And do you recall initially responding to Clinton Street and Broadway first?
Yes, sir.
And do you recall why you responded to that location first?
To see if I could help anyone.
About how long did you stay there before responding to Elizabeth?
Just a few minutes.
No further questions.
All right, thank you. Any redirect?
So it was so meaningless. He got nothing out of this officer because she did her job. She did it properly. And there was, by the book, what he was trying to do the entire time was trying to invalidate his arrest by saying stuff like, why were you pointing your weapons at me? I gave you my name while I was handcuffed. Like, he was trying to invalidate that, and he believes that if he was able to invalidate it, he could have gotten away. But that time is past. You are in trial for the charges, not for the arrest.
Referring specifically to the time that you placed the handcuffs on Mr. Brooks, remember that time frame?
Yes, sir.
I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled. You may answer.
Thank you. Yes, I do.
Do you recall how Mr. Brooks ended up on the ground as that was happening?
I do.
Could you tell us about that?
Objection. Saw in video.
We saw a lot of your questions we saw in the video, and they didn't object. Shut up.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
We instructed him to put his hands up and then to get down on the ground.
Did he comply with those instructions?
He did.
Did you or any other officer have to put hands on Mr. Brooks to get him on the ground?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled.
It's not speculative, Brooks. We have it on video. How can that be speculation?
The witness may answer.
No, sir, we did not.
After he was on the ground, that's when the handcuffs went on?
Objection.
correct.
Leading.
Overruled. She may answer.
Your answer again was,
That's correct.
at any point after the handcuffs went on, did you or any other officer throw Mr. Brooks to the ground?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
We did not.
How did you treat Mr. Brooks as you moved him from his prone position on the ground to the squad car?
Objection.
Overruled. She may answer.
As the video shows, he was instructed, let's call it the path of least resistance, to get up off of a prone position, eventually to his feet, with a minimum of discomfort.
Did you successfully achieve that objective?
Objection. Speculative.
I'll rephrase.
What do you mean speculative? You were off the ground. He was there. She cannot speculate on that.
Are you able to answer?
Yes,
Go ahead.
in as best as one can stand a person up when they have their hands handcuffed behind their back. Yes.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may step down.
All right, and that's gonna be it for Mrs. Carpenter testimony. Very, very good officer. I really like her. And Darrell Brooks couldn't do anything about it. And the video is there, so he cannot escape it. But yeah, I'm gonna see you on the next one. Have a wonderful day, and remember that you're great, that you matter, and that I'm really happy that you're here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.